Welcome to Subramani. Please subscribe, please hit the bell icon. I've not been saying this for a long time. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing it. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about a subject which is a little morbid. It is about mortality. And mortality is something which hit me very hard when there was a Bombay bomb blast and I lost a few friends. I was standing in the crematorium for a long time. 12, 13 friends. Very difficult to believe. Yeah, these are people with whom you were mixing on a day-to-day basis. You knew somebody by face, you knew somebody whose a neighbor is your classmate and things like that. You knew them. And I'm not getting into that morbid day of 1992. First of all, many people consider death a morbid subject. For me, death does not sound very morbid because I've attended very many funerals. I think upwards of 150 funerals, which perhaps prepares you better for death. So I thought, I lost a friend some time back, and I helped his wife. I hate using the word widow. Streamline things, get the mutual funds into her name, get the house in her name, and all those things. So it was a tough journey, but especially when a person dies in his late 50s or even early 60s, we are not much prepared, because we have seen uncles, aunts, parents live. My father lived to 89, right? So 80s is somewhere where you're somewhat prepared. 50s and 60s is sometime when you're not prepared, and today you're seeing a lot of youngsters die. So I thought that these are some of the important things. First of all, enjoy the journey. I mean, I've enjoyed the journey of life. Obviously, all of us are going to die. Some may die at 45, some may die at 105. That's all. We just don't know when we are going to die and where we are going to die. And like Charlie Munger says, tell me where I am going to die and I will not go there. So it's not going to happen. We don't know when we are going to die. We don't know how we are going to die. We do not know where we are going to die. Nothing we know, but we know we are going to die. So enjoy the journey while it is there, because one day it will end, and till it doesn't end, the journey is there. So take care of your health. Of course, that there is no saying that I'm not getting into diet, exercise, etc. But generally take care of your health so that as much as possible you can look after yourself. But please seek help, right? If you are single and you're 80, don't think you should live alone, because even if you live alone in a senior citizen home, it is better to seek some help. Somebody would come and sleep the night in your house, right? If you're a man, can you get your gardener or somebody to come and be with you till 10:30, 11, till you go off to sleep, and come and see you at 6, so that if something were to happen to you, you would have at least somebody would have been alerted quickly. Right, some either electronic companionship or physical companionship, depending on what you can afford. Emergency bells and all those things and all that. If you're alone, you will need all that. So do that. Second, keep communicating with your family. It's easy for me to say, love your family. I mean, okay, so the ultimate love seems to be taking people for granted, like whether it's a mother or wife or daughter or sister or somebody you don't talk for a long time, and then suddenly one day you wake up and you speak to them. So don't do that. Don't leave the other person feeling, is this relationship over? Relationships seem to get over with people, like say colleagues, classmates, friends. Somewhere it can get over, right? If the commonality is gone, maybe you're traveling together, maybe you're hiking together, maybe you're playing cricket together, and once that event stops, let's say you're running and you're cycling, and suddenly when that event stops, those friends fall off. Then you say, oh, I've seen this person somewhere. You see them on the road, you don't recognize them. This is bound to happen with certain relationships, but be careful about certain relationships. Maybe 10 people, 15 people, you want a small pack of people around you. Could be siblings, could be good friends, could be all of them put together. 10, 15 people whom you can call up at 2 a.m. and say, look, I'm getting bored, I want to chat with you, right? That kind of a thing. 3 a.m. friend, 2 a.m. friend, whatever you want to call them. So that you have to create it, because your parents are no longer with you, maybe your siblings are very far away. So you have to create this with your neighbors, classmates, whatever. That's what you have to do. Another important thing which people don't like to do is prepare your spouse for death. Yes, it sounds very morbid, but everything can't be here, right? My passport, my passwords, my what I do in the bank, how I pay my monthly electricity bill, telephone bill, etc. Yeah, everything is debited to my credit card. Very good, but what is your credit card pin code, right? You have that 4-digit pin code. Is it 1234? Is it 4321? Whatever. Right, so that all that has to be shared. Your passwords have to be shared. In my case, my daughter or somebody will have to come create videos and say, look, that guy who used to create videos, he's no longer there. So you will get that information maybe after 10 days, because I prepare videos 10 days in advance. So if I die on day 1, on day 10 you will be told that this old man is gone. That's it. So somebody will have to inform. I mean, this I'm talking of digital assets. So whether it's your email or your phone book, it's a very important thing that everybody in the phone book should be sent a message. It has happened to me in 2 cases where I called up people and found that they had died 6 months back. So their spouse or child, somebody picks up the phone and says, oh, we lost him some time back. I have seen people not closing Facebook accounts, LinkedIn accounts, etc. And then somebody who doesn't know comes and keeps wishing you. Recently happened to a friend. Somebody had wished him. So I called up this friend and said, look, you know, this guy is dead, right? He didn't know. Right, 4 years back we had lost him. He didn't know because somebody in the family had not informed all the ex-colleagues. So these things do happen. Then take care of those who are single, right? So I push people and say, don't be single. If you have been single, there's no logic to be single just because somebody died. So if you're 50 years of age, you're 47 years of age, your spouse has died, 47, you could live another 40 years. So why not find a companion, especially if you think your children are going to be far away, children are going to be busy, they're not going to stay with you, right? So you need companionship. So no harm in looking for somebody and getting married again, right? So that's not a bad idea. So push that. Turn to something. I mean, you could turn to religion, you could turn to exercise, you could do something. So somebody who was lost, their husband or their spouse, husband or wife or anybody, it's important that they now find some new activity to do, especially if they're recently retired. Just imagine a woman who is 50 years of age, maybe 47 years of age, quit her job, taken a VRS or whatever, and she loses her husband. No, suddenly there is vacuum in her life because she's filled. One vacuum is she doesn't have a job, so she doesn't have much to do. But she was having a great time because her husband also was slowing down and they were taking vacations, etc. And suddenly the husband is gone. So the person for whom she quit her job is no longer there. The children are maybe son and daughter, or only one son or only one daughter is married, gone away, staying in New Zealand or USA or something somewhere else, or even in a different city, and they're busy with their lives. So suddenly there is vacuum. There is no harm in filling it up. Get married. There are enough websites which are available where you can go, second innings kind of a thing, where, I mean, second innings is like for a job, but there is no harm in doing a second marriage or whatever you have to do, right? So some people turn to religion and say, no, I don't need any of these things. I will be very happy with my religion. I'll go to the temple. Somebody could turn to doing a lot of work for society. You could go and educate children, do something, find some such activity. This is important for the person who has been recently widowed or lost his wife, lost her husband, whatever. And it is also important for you to do all these things because at some stage we will all be alone, right? At some stage we will all be alone. So how long will you be alone? How long will you be caring for your spouse, and then how long will you be alone? All these things are questions which we don't have an answer, but we need to be prepared for all that. So this is just I hope I didn't sound too morbid. Yeah, 2 things which I missed out. I remember I've missed out is, one is creating a will. Since I've already spoken about a will, I'm not saying how to create it and all that. Those are separate videos. Second, create a health directive. Recently, a friend's mother has been. I had this discussion just yesterday. Her mother has got cancer, and her mother is about 84 years of age, and she has said, look, either that treatment has to be in that specific area where there is cancer, but if it is already spread and I have to do chemo, etc., I'm not interested in doing chemo. She's 84, she does not want chemo, she's very clear about it, but not all of us will be so clear. So better to create something called a health directive and say, in case in case you fall in the bathroom and break a leg, of course they're going to treat you because you cannot live with a broken leg, right? So that is obvious. But in case you have been hit in an accident and you are in coma, how long should you be staying in the ventilator? If you got cancer, do you want very painful treatment? Do you want just palliative care and say, just reduce my pain, right? My uncle went through that, and my uncle's children, my cousins, were good enough to respect his wishes and not say, no, we will not let you die. So he died maybe in 3 months of cancer being detected. If he had been treated, maybe he would have died in 8 months. But those last 5 months would have been pretty useless for him anyway. Anyway, to each his own, but create a will, create a health directive. And one book which I would recommend is Being Mortal by Atul Gawande. That's a great book to read. It kind of prepares you for your old age, especially meant for people in their 40s and 50s. If you're looking after a parent, then it's useful. Or if you are in your late 50s, 60s, you could find it useful for yourself. So it's a good book. I would recommend Atul Gawande's book. There's one more book, I don't remember the name of the author. I think it's called Outlive. That's another book to good read for people in the aging process. That's it. Thank you.